They say Prohibition banned alcohol in America. But during the 1920s, it was something else entirely. People got more creative with drinking than ever before. Picture this. It's 1923. Federal agents patrol every street corner. Saloons are boarded up, breweries shuttered. Families face jail time for a single drink. What do you do when your government outlaws your evening whiskey? You get inventive. These weren't just cocktails with fancy names. These were survival disguised as refreshment. Bartenders, housewives, immigrants, and entrepreneurs preserved this knowledge. Today, I'm taking you back, when drinks weren't just beverages. They were rebellion. Stay with me. These 20 forgotten concoctions tell America's real story. Number 1. Near beer. This wasn't temperance victory. This was liquid loophole. Near beer contained just enough alcohol to matter. 1920. When the Volstead Act allowed beverages under 0.5% alcohol. Breweries scrambled to stay alive legally. August Busch Sr. reopened his St. Louis brewery in January 1920, making Bevo instead of Budweiser. Same building, different game. Brew regular beer, then boil off most alcohol. Leave just enough to avoid complete flatness. Add extra hops for flavor. During early Prohibition, near beer kept breweries operating, provided cover for underground operations. Legal facade hiding illegal reality. Regular brewing process twisted into elaborate deception. Familiar taste with hollow center, close enough to remember what was lost. Bush's workers secretly produced real beer after hours. Near beer became gateway to underground distribution networks nationwide. Every sip carried compromise. Sometimes survival means accepting less. Hope tastes watery when freedom's restricted. Number 2. Bathtub gin. This wasn't refined spirits. This was desperation distilled. Bathtub gin killed more people than temperance ever saved. 1922, when quality liquor disappeared from markets. Home distillers filled dangerous void with improvised equipment everywhere. Mary Wozniak mixed grain alcohol in her Chicago tenement bathtub. March 1923. Feeding 6 children, risking everything. Mix grain alcohol with juniper oil, glycerin, water. Use bathtub because bottles wouldn't fit under sink faucets. During Prohibition's peak, bathtub gin poisoned thousands. Methanol contamination caused blindness, death. Government knew, didn't care. Industrial alcohol transformed into something resembling gin. Sharp, harsh, medicinal. Drinking became Russian roulette with every glass. Mary's customers spread her recipe through immigrant neighborhoods. Bathtub gin became symbol of Prohibition's deadly failure. Every drink carried risk of death. When government criminalizes comfort, people accept terrible alternatives. Survival trumps safety. Number 3. Communion wine. This wasn't religious devotion. This was holy loophole. Churches became America's largest legal liquor distributors overnight. 1920, when Volstead Act exempted sacramental wine. Church membership suddenly skyrocketed across denominational lines everywhere. Father Giuseppe DiMarco ordered 500 gallons for his Philadelphia parish. October 1921. Serving communion to mysteriously expanding flock. Purchase legitimate sacramental wine from licensed suppliers. Distribute during religious services held multiple times daily. During Prohibition, fake congregations multiplied nationwide. Real churches struggled with sudden influx of suspicious worshipers seeking salvation. Sacred ritual transformed into elaborate speakeasy operation. Holy wine-blessing lips of confirmed sinners. Communion cups hiding criminal activity. DiMarco's parish grew from 200 to 2,000 members overnight. Sacramental wine kept Italian families connected to homeland traditions. Every sip sanctified by desperation. Faith becomes excuse when law becomes unreasonable. God forgives what government criminalizes. Number 4. Medicinal whiskey. This wasn't healthcare fraud. This was prescription rebellion. Doctors wrote more whiskey prescriptions than aspirin during Prohibition. 1923, when Volstead Act permitted medicinal alcohol. Physicians suddenly discovered epidemic of conditions requiring whiskey treatment. Dr. Samuel Rothstein prescribed medicinal whiskey for nervous exhaustion in Manhattan, treating 50 patients daily with identical symptoms. Visit compliant physician. Describe symptoms matching approved conditions. Receive prescription for pint of whiskey every 10 days. During Prohibition's middle years, medicinal alcohol loophole undermined entire enforcement system. Legal drinking for those affording doctors. Medicine transformed into elaborate charade. Whiskey bottles bearing pharmacy labels. Healing disguised as getting drunk legally. Rothstein's practice expanded to serve wealthy New Yorkers seeking legal intoxication. Medicinal whiskey preserved upper-class drinking culture. Every prescription carried class privilege. Money buys exemption from moral laws. Health becomes excuse for forbidden pleasure. Number 5. Needle beer. This wasn't brewing innovation. This was injection ingenuity. Needle beer put real alcohol back into near beer. 1924, when drinkers tired of weak near beer, underground chemists developed methods for alcohol enhancement using medical syringes. Tommy the Needle. Torino injected grain alcohol into near beer bottles. Brooklyn Speakeasy Basement, December 1924. Use medical syringe to inject pure grain alcohol through bottle caps. Shake gently to distribute. Serve immediately. During mid-Prohibition, needle beer allowed speakeasy owners to serve strong drinks while maintaining legal beer supplies. Legal near beer transformed into illegal intoxicant through precise injection. Medical equipment serving criminal purposes. Science defeating legislation. Torino's technique spread through speakeasy networks nationwide. Needle beer became standard practice in underground drinking establishments. Every injection defied federal authority. Innovation serves desire when law restricts freedom. Chemistry trumps morality. Number 6. Jake Leg Ginger. This wasn't spicy refreshment. This was paralysis in a bottle. Jamaica ginger extract crippled thousands seeking legal intoxication. 1930, when desperate drinkers turned to medicinal Jamaica ginger. Legal extract containing 70% alcohol available at pharmacies. Eddie Lombard bought Jamaica ginger from Kansas City Pharmacy. April 1930. Seeking legal drunk, found permanent disability instead. Drink Jamaica ginger straight from bottle or mix with water. Government required bitter additives to prevent recreational use. During Prohibition's final years, contaminated, Jake caused epidemic of paralysis. Bootleggers added toxic chemical to pass government purity tests. Medicinal extract transformed into neurological poison. Legal, high becoming permanent disability. Government regulation creating deadly black market. Lombard lost use of both legs from contaminated extract. Jake leg paralysis affected 50,000 Americans nationwide. Every sip risked permanent damage. When government restricts pleasure, people accept dangerous substitutes. Freedom costs more than limbs. Number 7. Coffin Varnish. This wasn't wood preservative, this was liquid death sentence. Coffin varnish earned its name through customer mortality rates. 1925, when quality control disappeared from illegal alcohol production. Bootleggers prioritized profit over consumer safety completely. Big Bill Morrison sold coffin varnish from Detroit warehouse. Mixing industrial alcohol with caramel coloring, calling it whiskey. Combine industrial alcohol, burnt sugar, tobacco juice, soap. Add whatever brown coloring available. Sell as aged whiskey. During Prohibition's deadliest period, coffin varnish killed hundreds monthly. Government enforcement creating unregulated, lethal marketplace. Industrial chemicals transformed into recreational beverages. Poison disguised as pleasure. Death masquerading as entertainment. Morrison's customers died regularly from methanol poisoning. Coffin Varnish became symbol of Prohibition's murderous consequences. Every drink gambled with death. Desperation makes poison palatable. Government prohibition creates private execution. Number 8. Cherry Bounce. This wasn't fruit preserve. This was fermented rebellion. Cherry Bounce kept rural families connected to ancestral drinking traditions. 1921, when rural Americans lost access to legal alcohol. Farm families revived colonial-era fruit wine recipes. Grandma Moses Williams preserved cherries in grain alcohol. Rural Tennessee, summer 1921. Teaching grandchildren family survival skills. Pack cherries in mason jars with grain alcohol and sugar. Bury underground for 6 months. Strain before drinking. During early Prohibition, Cherry Bounce connected rural families to pre-industrial drinking customs, preserving both fruit and freedom. Simple fruit preservation transformed into sophisticated fermentation. Sweet cherries masking strong alcohol. Tradition disguised as canning. Williams' recipe spread through Tennessee mountain communities. Cherry Bounce preserved both sustenance and cultural identity. Every jar held family history. Tradition survives through adaptation. Heritage tastes like buried cherries. Number 9. Smoke. This wasn't cocktail innovation. This was chemical warfare. Smoke combined alcohol with dangerous industrial solvents for maximum intoxication. 1926, when tolerance built up to weaker illegal alcohol. Desperate drinkers sought stronger, more dangerous combinations. Crazy Pete. Kowalski mixed grain alcohol with ether in Chicago basement, creating smoke for hardest drinkers seeking ultimate high. Combine grain alcohol with ether, add flavoring if available. Serve in small quantities due to extreme potency. During Prohibition's experimental phase, smoke represented ultimate rejection of temperance movement. Dangerous intoxication as a political statement. Laboratory chemicals transformed into recreational drugs. Science serving addiction rather than medicine. Chemistry defeating common sense. Kowalski's customers experienced hallucinations, respiratory failure regularly. Smoke demonstrated Prohibition's complete failure to promote public health. Every sip courted insanity. When law restricts pleasure, people seek extreme alternatives. Rebellion becomes self-destruction. Number 10. Panther Piss. This wasn't crude naming. This was accurate description. Panther piss burned throat, stomach, and remaining dignity. 1927, when speakeasy operators prioritized cheap production over customer satisfaction. Quality alcohol became luxury item. Shorty McLaughlin served Panther piss at Boston Speakeasy. Mixing rotgut whiskey with tobacco juice, turpentine. Combine cheapest available alcohol with whatever harsh additives available. Add tobacco juice for color, turpentine for bite. During Prohibition's mature years, Panther piss represented complete abandonment of drinking standards. Intoxication at any cost. Drinking culture transformed into survival endurance test. Pleasure became pain tolerance. Sophistication replaced by desperation. McLaughlin's establishment attracted only hardest drinkers seeking cheapest intoxication. Panther piss destroyed taste buds, self-respect equally. Every gulp sacrificed dignity. Prohibition reduced refined drinkers to desperate alcoholics. Civilization dissolved in illegal alcohol. Number 11. Soda fountain cocktails. This wasn't ice cream social. This was hidden speakeasy. Soda fountains served alcohol disguised as innocent refreshments. 1922, when soda fountains provided perfect cover for illegal alcohol service. Wholesome facade hiding criminal enterprise. Emma Patterson served special sodas at her Minneapolis fountain, adding grain alcohol to root beer floats, calling them tonics. Mix alcohol into flavored syrups before adding to sodas. Serve in standard soda glasses with straws. Maintain innocent appearance. During early Prohibition, soda fountains became family-friendly speakeasies, children unknowingly providing cover for parents' illegal drinking. Innocent refreshments transformed into alcoholic cocktails, family establishments hiding criminal activity, wholesomeness masking rebellion. Patterson's fountain attracted families seeking both refreshment and intoxication. Soda fountain cocktails normalized illegal drinking for middle-class families. Every soda carried secret rebellion. Normal life continues despite unjust laws. Family values include breaking bad regulations. Number 12. Moonshine tea. This wasn't afternoon refreshment, this was breakfast alcohol. Moonshine tea provided socially acceptable morning drinking. 1923, when social drinkers needed respectable cover for alcohol consumption. Tea parties became drinking parties. Mrs. Dorothy Ashworth served moonshine tea at Richmond garden parties, adding corn whiskey to sweet tea, maintaining social respectability. Brew strong sweet tea, add moonshine while hot. Serve in proper teacups with lemon slices. Maintain all social drinking rituals. During Prohibition's social phase, moonshine tea allowed upper-class women to maintain drinking traditions while appearing law-abiding. Refined social ritual transformed into illegal alcohol service. Proper etiquette hiding improper behavior. Respectability masking criminality. Ashworth's tea parties spread moonshine tea throughout Richmond society. Southern ladies preserved drinking culture through feminine traditions. Every cup honored tradition. Civilization continues through small rebellions. Grace survives unjust restrictions. Number 13. Jackass brandy. This wasn't fine cognac. This was fermented stubbornness. Jackass brandy proved Americans would drink anything rather than submit. 1928, when fruit brandy production moved underground. Home distillers created brandy from whatever fruit available locally. Giuseppe Benedetti distilled apples in his San Francisco basement, making Jackass brandy for Italian neighborhood families missing homeland traditions. Ferment overripe fruit in wooden barrels. Distill using homemade copper still. Age in charred oak if possible. During Prohibition's ethnic phase, Jackass brandy connected immigrant communities to European drinking traditions. Cultural preservation through illegal distillation. Traditional European brandy making transformed into American criminal enterprise. Old World skills serving New World rebellion. Benedetti's brandy sustained Italian community through Prohibition years. Jackass brandy preserved cultural identity despite legal persecution. Every sip tasted like homeland. Culture survives through persistent tradition. Heritage flows stronger than law. Number 14. Jungle juice. This wasn't tropical refreshment. This was chemical experiment. Jungle juice mixed anything alcoholic into dangerous combinations. 1929, when alcohol scarcity forced creative mixing. Desperate drinkers combined whatever alcoholic substances available. Wild Eddie Santos mixed cologne, cooking wine, and grain alcohol. Los Angeles back alley creating jungle juice for desperate customers. Combine any available alcohol sources regardless of intended use. Mix with fruit juice to mask terrible taste. Serve immediately. During Prohibition's desperate final years, jungle juice represented complete breakdown of drinking standards. Intoxication trumped safety entirely. Desperation transformed random chemicals into recreational beverages. Survival instinct overriding self-preservation. Logic surrendering to addiction. Santos's customers suffered regular poisoning from contaminated mixtures. Jungle juice demonstrated Prohibition's complete failure to promote public welfare. Every gulp courted death. Desperation makes poison palatable. Prohibition created addicts from social drinkers. Number 15. Coffin paint. This wasn't wood stain. This was liquid suicide. Coffin paint killed more drinkers than temperance advocates ever saved. 1930, when Great Depression combined with Prohibition to create ultimate desperation. Cheapest alcohol became most dangerous. Poison peat. Murphy sold coffin paint from Newark warehouse, mixing wood alcohol with anything brown, calling it whiskey. Combine methyl alcohol with burnt sugar, tobacco juice, soap chips. Add caramel coloring if available. Sell by the shot. During Prohibition's final crisis, coffin paint killed hundreds weekly. Government enforcement creating mass poisoning epidemic. Industrial wood stain transformed into recreational beverage. Manufacturing chemicals serving addiction rather than production. Death disguised as pleasure. Murphy's customers died regularly from methanol poisoning. Coffin paint became symbol of Prohibition's murderous failure. Every drink risked blindness, death. Government prohibition creates private execution. Law enforcement becomes mass murder. Number 16. Raisin Jack. This wasn't fruit snack. This was fermented patience. Raisin Jack proved good things come to those who wait. 1924, when home fermentation provided safest alcohol option. Families learned ancient winemaking techniques for survival. Maria Gonzalez fermented raisins in mason jars. Tucson Kitchen, teaching daughters traditional winemaking during illegal times. Soak raisins in warm water until fermentation begins. Strain liquid after 2 weeks. Age in cool, dark place. During Prohibition's middle period, Raisin Jack connected families to ancient winemaking traditions. Safe alcohol production using legal ingredients. Dried fruit transformed into intoxicating wine through natural fermentation. Time and patience creating what money couldn't buy. Gonzalez's daughters carried Raisin Jack knowledge through generations. Traditional winemaking skills survived legal persecution. Every jar held ancestral wisdom. Tradition survives through adaptation. Heritage ferments in kitchen corners. Number 17. White lightning. This wasn't meteorological phenomenon. This was distilled defiance. White lightning struck government authority with every sip. 1925, when mountain communities perfected illegal distillation. Appalachian families turned moonshining into art form. Lightning. Johnson operated copper still in Tennessee mountains, creating white lightning for community gatherings, family celebrations, distill corn mash in copper still over wood fire, collect clear alcohol at proper proof, age briefly in charred oak. During Prohibition's rural phase, white lightning sustained mountain communities economically and culturally. Regional identity preserved through illegal distillation. Traditional mountain distilling transformed into profitable criminal enterprise. Cultural skill becoming economic survival strategy. Johnson's white lightning funded entire mountain community during Depression. Moonshining provided economic independence from federal control. Every jar held mountain pride. Self-reliance survives government interference. Freedom tastes like corn whiskey. Number 18. Blind pig. This wasn't sightless swine. This was camouflaged cocktail. Blind pig operations hid drinking behind innocent facades. 1926, when creative entrepreneurs disguised speakeasies as legitimate businesses. Pet shops became popular fronts for illegal drinking. Piggy O'Malley operated Blind Pig behind Chicago Pet Shop. Customers came to see exotic animals, stayed for cocktails. Maintain legitimate business front while serving alcohol in back rooms. Charge admission to see Blind Pig, include free drinks. During Prohibition's entrepreneurial phase, blind pigs demonstrated American ingenuity in circumventing unjust laws. Business innovation serving civil disobedience. Illegitimate businesses transformed into illegal drinking establishments. Commerce masking criminality. Entrepreneurship defeating regulation. O'Malley's Blind Pig inspired similar operations nationwide. Creative speakeasy concepts spread through criminal networks. Every visit supported creative rebellion. American ingenuity defeats stupid laws. Business finds way around government interference. Number 19. Hooch. This wasn't Native American origin. This was Alaska Gold Rush legacy. Hooch traveled from frozen north to Prohibition America. 1927, when Alaskan distilling traditions moved south. Gold Rush alcohol recipes adapted for Prohibition-era production. Alaska Jack. Morrison brought hooch recipes to Seattle, teaching Pacific Northwest bootleggers traditional frontier distilling techniques. Ferment whatever sugary substances available in harsh conditions. Distill using improvised equipment. Age minimally due to demand. During Prohibition's frontier phase, hooch connected urban bootleggers to American frontier traditions. Wild West skills serving urban rebellion. Frontier survival skills transformed into urban criminal enterprise. Pioneer resourcefulness serving modern lawlessness. Morrison's techniques spread through Pacific Northwest bootlegging networks. Frontier alcohol knowledge sustained urban speakeasy culture. Every bottle held frontier spirit. American traditions survive government persecution. Pioneer values include making own alcohol. Number 20. Rot gut. This wasn't digestive medicine. This was stomach destroyer. Rot gut earned its name through intestinal damage rates. 1931, when economic desperation met alcohol prohibition. Cheapest possible intoxication regardless of health consequences. Gut rot. Murphy sold rot gut for 5 cents per shot. Depression-era Chicago, serving desperate men their last nickels. Mix cheapest grain alcohol with whatever available for flavor and color. Add soap for foam. Tobacco for color. Serve warm. During Prohibition's final desperate years, rot gut represented complete abandonment of safety standards. Intoxication at ultimate cost. Alcohol consumption transformed into stomach destruction. Pleasure becoming pain. Recreation becoming self-harm. Murphy's customers suffered regular hospitalization from alcohol poisoning. Rot gut demonstrated Prohibition's complete failure to promote public health. Every swallow sacrificed dignity and health. Prohibition reduced social drinkers to desperate addicts. Government policy creating human destruction. These 20 drinks tell America's real story. Not story of moral victory, story of creative rebellion. People refused to let government dictate their evening relaxation. These recipes survived because they represented fundamental principle, because they took whatever you had, made it into something worth sharing with friends. This isn't just drinking history. This is American character revealed. When everything else gets stripped away, we still find ways to gather, celebrate, rebel. That's independence. That's creativity. That's liquid liberty. If these stories touched you, share this video. Subscribe to keep Forgotten Rebellion alive, because some freedoms transcend legislation. Some traditions survive everything. Some spirits last forever, distilled in American hearts, aged in national memory, served with constitutional pride.